That was a finale. Daredevil Born Again season 2 happened, and again, this is a spoiler-free review. This is my thoughts on the episode, and I have to ask: did they just soft launch the Luke Cage series returning and A-List Investigation returning? Yeah, I think they just soft launched this. And I'm looking at the faces of everybody they brought back, detectives, people who, didn't have expiration dates in the previous series. We have Jessica coming back for a good chunk of this season. Spoilers. I think it's already been announced that it's going to be another Jessica Jones series. But it may be another Luke Cage series. And wow. One thing that's not really spoilerific, if you know Daredevil, you know Daredevil. I would not like to be Matt's friend. Not because he throws me under the bus or they have an extremely short shelf life, but because he's willing to throw everything under the bus just to prove. And it's like, even that he thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna destroy my reputation. He's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna destroy my reputation, and you're gonna get the fall back. And it was kind of a nice holding pattern. You can tell that there is peace at the end of the day, but how long is that peace gonna last? How long are the people gonna be okay with staring at the view that they're staring at? It is. I doubt this is going to remain this way. And I don't know if they're just in a holding pattern. They put this in a holding pattern for a new season. It's actually a great place to have a holding pattern. But wow, this final episode, and just taking it along, this final episode was just, it was a lot of falling action, to put the storytelling terms, where you see, I was waiting for this moment where, Wilson would be like, no, I don't accept what's happening. Let's fight about it. But it didn't turn out to be that way. But it does not seem like a finale. I will say this. People thought Wilson was just Doughboy, but he was letting people have, the fight scenes, the hallway fight scenes that they always give Matt. Well, they gave Wilson a fight scene, and he's the definition of tank / DPS, and he was just he took one dude, picked him up, and was like, let's see if you fold like a table. Oh God. I understand that it's just, you see him being the most kingpin-iest kingpin that you ever seen, and him standing like, it was the same when he was in the courthouse, and he was just standing like, I did this for you. And Matt didn't even fight him on this. Like, you know what? I get it. You love the city. I do too. Let's let it rest. Let's give it some peace. And the implication is, we can pick this up later when it's not too hot. This is a fight. This is bloodline between us. We gonna fight this to the end. But right now, we destroying the city. It ain't even fun no more. So, I think they got that fight out of the way last episode, or the episode before last. I think they got that fight out the way, and that would have been formulaic, and I hate to say it like that, to say it like it's a bad thing, but the whole, oh, I'm gonna fight you to take you down. For example, episode I forgot to say the title of the episode. The Southern Cross. You had the Northern Star, the Southern Cross. You see how they did that? You see how they did that? And well, it would have been formulaic to have that final battle like the end of season 1, in the original Daredevil season, where they battle each other, and it's just like, or the end of season 2, the end of season 2 where they just battle each other. No, that's not how this ended. And it was, well, no, that was season 3. That was the end of season 3 where they just battle each other. But yeah, no, that's not how this ended, and it's telling. And like I said, we get to the scene where Matt blows up everything, and you get the, alright, if you want to play this game, it's not gonna be fun anymore. If you want to play this game, and I'm paraphrasing, what Kingpin really said is, I welcome you taking this path that you want to go down. And it's just like, you knew it from there that Matt was going to do what he was going to do. And everybody knew. And Karen was like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. But, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting how Disney Plus actually handles these series. And I think I said last week where they're not handling it more gritty and more real life. It's more the lines of, hey, these are some real life rules that would apply. You can't just say, hey, I'm a vigilante, and just not kind of go to jail. You're gonna at least get a trial. So it's one of those things. Like I said, it's not gritty. It's not. It's. I hate when people say it's based more in real life. Like, no, if you got people flying around, jumping 30 feet in the air, blind people that can see with echolocation, you're gonna have a little bit of crazy stuff. I like how they threw that girl who, you know, took her uncle's medallion, the white tiger, which, you know, she'd be good for like any young people team that's coming up. One thing that I was thinking of when I was watching the episodes is the writing and the storytelling versus what happens in the movies. The movies are spectacles. That's the best way to put it. But when you get the TV shows, most of the ones that I've watched, I'll say that, most of the ones that I've watched they're written in a way where it still can hold on to like a lot of the fantasy elements of the comics, but it's like, it's not the, oh, we need to do the spectacle right then and right there. That's kind of what I like. It's not just, oh yeah, no. And you see that with some of the other series, like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or, you know, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, in some place where they have Isaiah Bradley, you know, who was the second Captain America, the first black Captain America. You have those stories where it just catches. And yes, in TV format, you have the time to tell those stories, but also you have the time to say how real people will react to it. Yeah. And that's what I like about the TV shows. Like I said, I don't want to say the Netflix shows were more grounded. No, because you still had fantastic stuff, but you still have things where it's still comic book stuff. Like, if we saw comic book stuff in the real life, we'll still respond in certain ways, but then it's just like, yeah, no, Tuesday. Like literally in New York, they didn't even question. They was like, how's a blind man Daredevil? And then they saw him, you know, moving around. It's like, yeah, okay, we forget. We live in a world where a guy has a magic camera. Like, you know. So, it's, you know, I like the show. Um, will it entice me to watch more Disney Plus? Am I just using my $17.99? Oh, it's $21.99 because they raised the price. More. I don't know. I gotta figure out my next Disney Plus show. Do I go back and watch Wonder Man? I don't know. It just seemed a little bit goofy for me. Do I watch Loki season 3? Because I watched or season 2? Yeah, season 2. Because I watched season 1. I don't know. I have to go back and look. It's not too many movies that's coming up that I've wanted to watch. Do I watch the Thunderbolts where they were trying to play them off the new Avengers? People's like, yeah, new Avengers, and then it's like, we may be bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. Thunderbolts? What Thunderbolts? Anybody say Thunderbolts? I don't know. I'll look for my replacement. I would say that I would do anime, but I think a certain kitty in the closet is going to be handling anime. I think I'll be rooting for her with anime. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please, again, like and subscribe. And peace. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.